Hello everyone, it's Ava Diaz and welcome back to my channel. And on this channel we do a variety of different things, and today is a commentary video. I am going to be putting this commentary over some recent gameplay of a stream that I did for Batman Arkham Knight. And yeah, let's get right into this. So healing is lonely. This is a topic I was discussing with my therapist recently. And I already felt so isolated before I had started therapy and kind of realized hey, this is not kind of how I want to live my life. I think I need to see a professional to help me get on the right path, right? And I just come to realize that healing is just a different type of isolation and loneliness. It's just an all-encompassing grief of the life that I used to have before I started healing. Wasn't as self-aware for when I did start. I was aware that I needed help, right? And once you start building new foundations and building blocks in your life, you have new tools, you just, unfortunately, I know it sounds really cliche, you do see life in a different way, right? And it just got me really thinking as to why healing is lonely. First off, it is you versus you. You're kind of in a race only you're competing in. Yes, there might be people on the sidelines cheering you on as you run, but at the end of the day, it is just your mind and your life that you are just reshaping, right? Also, as always, I have no idea how I'm going to edit this, so if I stutter, I stutter. We're desensitizing you guys to the huge clip jumps and stuff like that you see on YouTube. This is raw. This is raw, and it should feel like you are talking to a friend. Yeah, it's just you versus you. And that's not something I thought I was going to experience, because I thought I had a pretty good, support group and, foundation of, people in my life that will kind of help me along my journey. And in which, yeah, some people have, some people haven't. But, I need to do what's best for me. And second, you are breaking old patterns and habits and starting new boundaries, which means removing toxic people or influences in your life. And that's the hard one. That is the hard one. And you're going to have to make decisions. And decisions, you're just going to have to live with the consequence. It's going to feel overwhelming. It's going to feel like a lot. And sometimes it doesn't remove the pressure off your shoulders, and you're like, damn, did I make that good decision by removing that person? And I had an incident recently where I have these group of friends from college, some of my closest friends in life, we would see each other maybe every other month, sometimes monthly, for the past 8 to 10 years almost. Recently, all the girls of the group, which there are 6 of us, went on vacation without me. So all the girls except me, the other girl. And, past Ava would be like, oh, I just didn't get an invite. I don't care. Oh, I don't. And I always blamed not having personal social media and not being on social media like that as to why I didn't get invited places. In which that probably could be an attributive factor, but it was definitely a dumb excuse. Going on vacation to a different country requires a lot of planning. And it baffles my mind to think that none of these 5 girls ever mentioned or even spoke to me about it, even the countless times that we were hanging out, right? And now present Ava was just, I'm upset. Past Ava wouldn't have gotten upset. She didn't have a boundary to be upset about, And these are people I've known for quite a few years of my life, and I see often. So what do you mean I'm the only girl that didn't get invited? And, removing toxic people like this is hard. It was kind of a hard decision to make. Do I continue to set boundaries and not get invited places and do it for the sake of my healing? Do I have to really look retrospectively about the friendships that I had? And I did a lot of more digging, and it's just yeah, it was time after time where I wasn't getting invited and I wasn't being a part of the girls of the group. I was always getting invited with the guys. Maybe they saw me as one of the guys. I did confront them, and, you know, it kind of made my decision easier to unfortunately remove the influences in my life and the toxicity, basically, because that's just bringing it up now and having a third person point of view with my therapist. It really did open my eyes, where it's just like, wow, yeah, I'm glad I'm on this journey now. You know, I have new boundaries in life, and I have new interests, and I have new places to explore. To remind myself that I have not met everyone I will meet in life yet. You know, there's countless of people I will meet in life. You know, maybe I'll find another friend group that I'll have for 10 years, and we go on a bunch of vacations together and everything like that. And, you know, they'll just be forgotten because they forgot about me first. So, and I did try communicating, and it just wasn't reciprocated. And I am prioritizing growth over comfort. You know, it didn't feel good doing this. It really didn't. It ate at me. And it still eats at me sometimes, where it's just like, oh, I wish things could have been different. And what ifs are fun to play around with, but don't dwell on them. What if? Well, the what if never happened, and things are the way they are. So dwell on moving forward and building a healthier and safer environment for you too. Things aren't just going to feel natural or familiar until they do. That is just the bare bones of things. Growth over comfort, you know. I've really grown as a person. I've set boundaries. That's the main thing. I've set boundaries. Like, past Eva wouldn't have done that. I've actually been vocal. I'm confrontational. I don't care if we're both uncomfortable. You did something. And now I'm confronting you about it. So here's your chance to speak. I'm pretty flexible too. I'll ask someone if they can talk. You know, it's just like, hey, I want to talk about this. Do you have a time? I'll give you like a week or so to, you know, marinate, or be like, hey, this is the subject I want to talk about. So better bring your words too, because it's back and forth. That's relationships, you know. I'm willing to always talk it through. You know, some days are great and some days they're just not. I'm just hit with the overwhelming feeling of just my past life and like the people who used to be in my life. And, you know, just cry it out. Just cry it out. Like, for real, just cry it out. One of the things I like to do is just write down positives in my life, even the little ones. One of the biggest positives is that I have YouTube. I get to talk to you guys. I get to make YouTube videos. That's like the coolest thing ever. Like, oh yeah, I have a side hobby. Yeah, I make YouTube videos and inspire other people. Like, that's so fun. I can't believe I get to say that in life. That's crazy. And just remember, a negative mindset will not lead you to a positive life. Please emphasize that. If you gotta say it every morning, then you gotta say it every morning. Just negativity is just not gonna lead to positivity. Two wrongs don't make a right, you know? And healing takes time. It also takes discipline. You know, healing is like a wound, and without discipline, that wound can easily open back up and start bleeding everywhere. So definitely have some discipline. It's not going to feel great in the beginning. It's not. And it is lonely. But like I said, you haven't met everyone you will meet in life. You haven't. Like, that's probability and statistics. So keep going, y'all. Keep going. And these are some of the factors that I've seen just retrospectively and like looking inward on like why I think healing is lonely. And, you know, it's not easy. It's not. And my heart goes out to anyone who is on their journey as well. And I will leave you with some positive words. You didn't make it this far just to give up. So don't give up. Yeah. And you're going to come out on the other side even better. And you will face whatever you're going through because you have in the past, and you got to give yourself credit for that. All right. Write down some positives, you know, get a pen and paper. we're also losing that as an art form. Pen and paper. Get some pen and paper, write down some positives, write some pros and cons. Put some cons in life. You're like, yo, what can I change? Yeah. So, I mean, I've done other videos too about stop consuming doomer content, how to make decisions in your life. So if you do resonate with this video, I do have other commentary videos. I also stream on this channel. So if you're interested in watching some of my live streams of commentary and some rants, I do be going on rants. I also stream on here Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Right now, we are going through all the Batman series and leading up to the new Lego Batman, which I'm so excited for. Or if you just want to pause life for a couple hours and just laugh and meet a community, we also have a Discord chat. We're building positive habits on this channel. So also, if you're slouching while watching this video, straighten up. No slouching. No shrimps. Yes, so if you would like to consider subscribing, please subscribe and like this video, and tell me in the comments how your healing journey is.